absolutely agree.
Folks, do you have any idea what this clown's doing?
There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
In the first debate between President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden, we heard a lot of insults.
The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie.
Time to get the facts. That claim by Biden is false. The president correctly, for example, refuted a Biden claim that he had no replacement health care plan for the Affordable Care Act, a plan the president rolled out just last week. Then the president said this.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State.
The president's claim is true. He's referencing this video last year where Biden spoke at Delaware State University, a historically black college, where Biden said he got his start.
I got started out of an HBCU, Delaware State.
Biden actually graduated from the University of Delaware. When the president promised a COVID-19 vaccine soon, Biden mocked his remarks about a possible coronavirus cure.
By the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. This is the same man.
That was said sarcastically. That was said sarcastically.
And so here's the deal.
Was the president being sarcastic? We'll call that false. He appeared serious in April when he raised the question of injecting disinfectant into patients.
Is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning?
A statement that prompted a consumer warning from Lysol urging people not to inject disinfectant. Biden hit the president hard on unemployment.
He's going to be the first president of the United States to leave office having fewer jobs in his administration than when he became president.
That claim is misleading. Before the pandemic, more than 6.5 million jobs had been created on President Trump's watch, according to TheBalance.com, which ranked him 12th among commanders in chief. The other problem with Biden's claim is that he could lose, giving President Trump 4 more years to lower unemployment. The president then said he may not accept the election results, fearing mail ballot fraud.
If it's a fair election, I am 100% on board. But if I see tens of thousands of ballots being manipulated, I can't go along with that.
Any notion that there's widespread mail ballot fraud is false. There simply has been no evidence of it. When asked about the New York Times report that he did not pay federal income taxes for 10 of the last 15 years, President Trump said that's not true. He's paid millions in taxes, and proof would be forthcoming. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.